Hey girl, it's Miss Megalodon. Welcome back to the Chatterbox. And I just finished week 12 of The Artist Way by Julia Cameron, which is like super exciting because I started it in the beginning of the year and it is now mid April because I did like take some breaks in between. But this course has like taught me a lot. I do feel as if I have a newfound sense of confidence in pursuing my creativity and setting boundaries around like my creative time, which is something that is new to me. Probably may not be new to you, but it was new to me. So that is, I guess, like my quick like takeaways from the course. But I'm just gonna do my week 12 check-in like normal, because that's what we've been doing. I did 5 of the 7 morning pages. It feels like I've done more, but on Monday I really just made a to-do list. I didn't actually like do any further journaling, so I didn't count that one, but I did 5 out of 7 morning pages, which is like about normal for me. Normal could even be less, but I've actually been like doing it even like um it's Wednesday actually right now, so I'm filming this a little late, but I have still been doing my morning pages ever since the course ended on Monday. So yeah, I do again see myself continuing that practice because it's a great way for me to stay focused because I am prone to forgetting what I'm doing here and like what my goals are and like what I'm working towards, and um that I'm not just like lost and like floating out in the world and stuff like that. But um yeah, I also did my artist date as well. I downloaded Wearing because I've been wanting to digitize my closet because I just really been wanting to fix my style up because I'm not happy with how I've been dressing. I don't feel like I've been using my closet to like its best ability. I haven't been like putting together really cute outfits at all. So I figure that digitizing my closet would help with that. And I'm in the process of like taking pictures of all my clothes. I did like my shoes and my skirts already, so I'm just like finishing it up, and it's like kind of cute. I was debating between Wearing Index and I think there's another app, but I heard that there's like a limit on that. That little tangent aside, I did also go to the gym again this past week. I went twice, so yeah, that's more than I've been like in a long time. So that's a cool start. And ooh, I also did some more sewing. I and filming. I got through my project pile. Like I've had this pile of clothes that I've been meaning to mend that's been sitting and collecting and growing for the past like 2 years or more. um, so I finally got through it this week, and it felt really good. Felt like I was like practicing and like exercising my creative mind because girl, that required some endurance, and I filmed it, so am going to be making a video about that, which is super exciting. So, yeah, a lot of things cooking up right now, but I would, I guess I'm just going to talk about chapter 12 a little bit. One thing that I did like from it was just at the beginning of the chapter. I gotta say, I didn't really connect with the rest of the chapter too much, but um, what she says is it's actually just like the first paragraph of the chapter. She says, creativity requires faith. Faith requires that we relinquish control. This is frightening, and we resist it. Our resistance to our creativity is a form of self destruction. We throw up roadblocks on our own path. Why do we do this? In order to maintain an illusion of control. Depression, like anger and anxiety, is resistance, and it creates dis-ease. This manifests itself as sluggishness, confusion, I don't know. But the truth is, we do know, and we know that we know, which is true for me because part of a big roadblock, like to my creativity, is I just often feel not ready to do it. Like I'm not in the right mood. I've got too many things going on. I should prioritize like chores or my relationship or something else first. But I'm like coming around to not feeling that way anymore because set it again, like setting creative boundaries or boundaries around my creative time and creative practice is something that I have been practicing throughout the course after learning that it's actually a safe thing to do and it's okay to do, and you actually should do it because if it's going to help you access your creative process, then you should do it. But anyways, yeah. So that being said, something that I know for a fact helps me get into the creative zone, get into that like flow state is having music on when I'm trying to do like a creative task, whether that be painting, drawing, sewing, planning, anything. Um, Having music on is really helpful for me, and um, part of the problem though is that like Spotify like plays the same songs every time, even if you like click like radio based on or like you do like playlists or whatever. Um, it's really frustrating, I would say. Not frustrating, just annoying, but not what I'm looking for in my music because I don't want to have to actually think about it. So what remembered was that I like to listen to the radio. I like listening to the local college radio station here, um, WHRW 90.5. I, I actually listen to that. It's the again, it's just like the college radio station, but I dig college radio. They play some funky stuff and it's usually pretty interesting, and I could really care less for the talking portions. But that's radio for you. And yeah, I remembered that my like CD player thing that I have here, like it is also a radio, and I've been listening to that, and that's what helps me get my project pile done. So, and like it didn't even take me that long. Like all the projects in the project pile took like less than 20 minutes, which means like the whole pile probably took less than an hour and a half. So, I have been like procrastinating that hour and a half for years now, but it feels really good to get off my chest, and I just feel like now that I've done that, I know that I can do basically anything else. So, yeah. Well, I know that I can do anything else that I put my mind to. So, yeah. Um that is that, and yeah, because putting on the music for me is kind of like giving up control to the unknown, because like I know what's going to happen if I don't put on music. I know I'm not going to do it, and I know that outcome, but when I put on music and I get into that flow state, it's like I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do, or like if it's going to go right or if it's going to go wrong. So, um yeah, giving up that control to the creative process is scary, but it's like so rewarding and it's so fun. So, I do think that I'm going to be doing that more often. Um, and yeah, I guess I just wanted to say like she has like three little subsections in the chapter 12. The first one is called Mystery, where she's basically saying like a lot of great ideas require like a gestation period, like um, mull it over, grow it, nurture it. Um, don't just like force things to be born prematurely, pretty much. But I also, like, I don't know. For me personally, that's not really the best advice because as somebody who has a lot of ideas and has been mulling it over, and like I can see how I would get certain things done and hopefully how the outcome would be. In theory, I actually need to be putting it into like practice, like physical practice, to see how it would actually turn out, because I mean, not everything always goes to plan, and I do feel like real world, like hands on practice is the best way to learn and to remember and like to get experience about, and like the most valuable experience, rather than like thinking of things in your head and like never doing them. So for me, yes, ideas should be mulled over, but get them into real life too, girl. Like get them on paper, get them cut out of the fabric. Just like do a little step at a time, because little steps every day add up, and you like don't even know how much you would be able to do. So, yeah, the next one she writes about is called Imagination at Play, and she basically says like if you're feeling blocked or you're feeling like you don't know what decision to make about a creative project or something like that, um, do a hobby. Like she used like sewing, like mending your clothes as something, and like gardening. So two sort of like hands-on activities, but yeah, I don't have anything else to say about that. I also just want, like, she also suggests, like, do things that you liked in your childhood, which I fully agree with. I love doing things from my childhood. Like, I bought myself a Spirograph, um, like, maker thing, because that was something super fun. I also bought myself, like, a 7-pack of Play-Doh, and, that's been fun. It still smells the same. And, I don't know. I just, like, I love being nostalgic, and, like, tripping down memory lane, and buying things from my childhood that still exist today because it's kind of cool to be able to like revisit that stuff. Um, so yeah. Um, and then she talks about something called escape velocity, which basically means that like when things are seemingly going really well, somebody or like something is going to try to like knock you off your track and like basically like lure you into temptation from like not staying focused on your goal, um which I guess like is something that I am slightly concerned about, but she basically goes on to say like just wait, what does she say actually? Hold on. Basically her solution she's saying is to like let go of the people who are wet blankets or like unsupportive or dampening on your creative process and like blocking it even, um whether intentionally or unintentionally. But I would also say like, I mean, maybe it all is like kind of the same thing, but it's just basically like to not get knocked off your track. You just have to keep believing in yourself and hold your boundaries around your creative practice strong. Um, Prioritize your creative practice and believe in abundance. So if something's like not working out, it's okay to say no. Um, you know, Something that's a better fit will come your way. And also, she's says something about like zip the lip, button up, keep a lid on it, don't give away the gold. Like basically only discuss your like ideas or like your projects or your dreams or whatever with people who you know are going to be supportive and are safe to discuss that stuff with, versus people who are like creatively blocked and will like actively try to like chair you and like talk you down from doing that. So yeah, just like have discernment about who you're sharing your plans with, I guess, too, which can be kind of sad because we want to share our plans with like the people we love, but sometimes the people we love are not where we would like them to be in order to support us. So that's just that. Yeah, so one of the first tasks for week 12, she basically asks you, she says, write down any resistance, angers, and fears you have about going on from here. We all have them, and I would say that my main fear is that I'm gonna have this like pressure on myself to post on here on YouTube. Because like I want to keep up like my weekly uploads or like bi-weekly uploads or at least like monthly uploads. And I worry that this like pressure to post frequently or like have a certain quantity will make creativity stressful and not fun, because then I will not be working the creative process out of endearing love and having a longevity relationship with it, versus having to do things to perform and produce and to meet a quota, which is scary to me. But I also realize that, like, I guess the solution is to just give myself grace, because the only person putting that expectation on myself is me, and I can change my expectations if I want to. And I guess I do. And I also just have to remind myself that like creating a little bit every day out of love goes a long way because yeah, just like doing a little bit of work every day goes like so far in terms of getting progress done in projects. I mean, like I experienced it when I did my patchwork, when I did my patchwork I'm like blanking right now, keyboard cover. 'Cause yeah, that like took a long time, but I was just working on it a little bit every day after work and soon enough it came together and yeah, I mean, like I said, like the project pile that been procrastinating for years really didn't take that long. If I just did like a little bit every day, like under 20 minutes every day, it would have been done like, in the blink of an eye. Like I wouldn't have even noticed. So that being said, I just have to remember to stay focused and remember to keep moving and remember that creativity is activity and to, you know, prioritize practicing and putting things into practice physically and actively versus theoretically or like just always procrastinating it. Because procrastinating really does not feel good, I can tell you, and I'm sure you know, but from doing it. If you've never procrastinated before, like, let me know how that feels like, because what the heck, I am so impressed by you. Um, but anyways, I don't know. All in all, I'm just excited to step into this, like, next chapter of my life with this newfound sense of confidence. And, um, and I guess when I say confidence, like, it's like in my confidence in my ability to sit down and do the work daily out of love just like exploration and also confidence in like that it's okay to pursue this even because again like before this course I was like I really didn't feel as like confident or okay with even saying like yes I want to post on YouTube, yes I want to sew things and make videos about that and like post that here too. And I don't know, I just think it's like cool to finally be doing something that I want and like that I've selected for myself cuz not that I'm ungrateful for anything that has been given to me or anything like that, but I do feel as if a lot of my life like even in this point has been selected for me either out of limitation or just like someone else gave it to me like it was just presented to me and I like took it like whether that be like the town I'm living in now because that's the result of the college I went to which was a result of limitations of finances and parental limitations at the time and like the clothing I wear a lot like again winter wardrobe is not my thing but again out of the environment I'm living in now being that it's like winter for 9 months of the year I am forced to be wearing clothes that I don't really identify and align with that much and even just like the furnishings in my apartment like they were all given to me by like friends or family or just stuff I found off the street and like refurbished myself and it's not like thrifted, curated, intentionally styled, like customized this way. Like some like a lot of the stuff even just like is the landlords that came with the place. So I do feel as if like sometimes I am living a life that is not really selected by me. Rather it's someone else's life or something like that. Like this isn't but now I'm realizing that like it's well within my control to curate my life how I want it to be and I'm really the only one who's going to be doing that for me and me doing it is the only way it's going to happen. So I guess now that I've kind of come around to feeling more comfortable around that, I feel okay with like actually doing this and actually wanting this and actually like for real working towards it and not having any shame about like hey, like I'm working on this right now. Like I'm working towards something. So yeah, and I guess that something would be 1,000 subscribers. I would love to reach 1,000 subscribers. And being that we have 37 of us now, that is so freaking insane. That is so cool because like that's 37 people. That's 38 including me. You know, that's no small crowd. Like if you, I'm trying to imagine like 38 people. You know what I mean? Like 37 people. That's a lot of people inside of one room. And I don't know, 37 is like pretty close to 50, and then like 50 is like close to 100, and then like 100 is close to 200, and then like 200 to 500, and then like I'll just like keep going from there. But again, I just have to keep showing up and posting for you guys and for me, and um I don't know, again, it's just like super exciting to it's gonna be super exciting for me to be able to see how far I've come because I have so many things I would love to implement in my videos. It's just that like I again, I'm like mulling over these ideas, but I haven't actually put them into play yet. And so practicing putting them into play and like experimenting around with that is going to be so fun because um, I just truly believe that like this is going to be something fun to do and fun to see. So yeah, all in all, I just feel like the Artist Way has helped me feel more confident in like pursuing creativity or just practicing creativity in my daily life and like again like setting aside time like hey, I'm gonna be in my studio doing some sewing, like I'll hang out in like an hour or two, like that's cool. That's something that I had not said before um like 12 weeks ago. So yeah, I don't know, you don't have to take the book as Bible, like I've said before. Like I don't actually agree with like everything she said. In fact, um, some of it I just don't think is like some of it I just don't really like resonate with really, or sometimes it just seems a little bit like tone deaf. Because she's like always talking about like her publications or like her performances on Broadway and stages and this and that, and it's like that's so far away, for most people, but I don't know. Maybe that's my own like projection on it. Maybe it's not so far away for most people, like the average Joe who's gonna read this. So I don't know. So if you think you're ready, maybe there's even like a PDF online. I don't even know. Maybe you don't even have to buy it. But I certainly did enjoy like writing in it and annotating in it and like doing the tasks. Because she has some like fill in the blanks stuff that I would want to like physically write in. But yeah, she has a little more of like writing in the back, like an epilogue and like a creativity contract. I have actually not signed that one yet. Which I guess I'll read it now. My name, this is the Artist Way creativity contract at the end of the book. My name is Miss Megalodon. I am a recovering creative person. To further my growth and my joy, I now commit myself to the following self-nurturing plans. Morning pages have been an important part of my self-nurturing and self-discovery. I, Miss Megalodon, hereby commit myself to continuing to work with them for the next 90 days. Oh, all right. The artist days have been integral to my growth and self-love and my deepening joy in living. I, Miss Megalodon, am willing to commit to another 90 days of weekly artist dates for self-care. Sure, I hope I'm just like doing creative stuff over the next 90 days too, so that's no problem. In the course of the following, The Artist's Way and Healing My Artist Within, I have discovered that I have a number of creative interests. While I hope to develop many of them, my specific commitment for the next 90 days is to allow myself to more fully explore filming and editing videos for YouTube. My concrete commitment to a plan of action is a critical part of nurturing my artist. For the next 90 days, my planned self-nurturing creative action plan is to be discussed, because I don't think I can come up with that on the fly if it's supposed to be so concrete yet nurturing and planned. So I have chosen blank as my creative colleague and blank as my creative backup. I'm committed to a weekly phone check-in. I'm opting out of this because I don't have friends that I regularly call. And the people I guess I do see are not artists in their own identification. And then the finishing one says, I have made the above commitments and will begin my new commitment on blank. Well, I guess I begin today. What better day to start than today? But really what I was going to read was, oh, also what I wanted to mention was, see, I'm like, um, was I feel like this course has taught me that it's safe to see the world through abundance rather than through scarcity because again back to my fear, like my pressure to post frequently will make creativity stressful and not fun. Like I'm worried that I'm gonna like run out of creative juice basically, and it's gonna become like too hard and like I'm not gonna be able to do it fast enough or whatever. But again, like I said, we are setting time aside, and also like now that I have been introduced to operating out of creative abundance, like I know that I'm always gonna have it. I'm always gonna got have. I'm always, I'm always gonna be able to get it, and I got it. You know what I mean? Um, because I have abundant access to the source, so no need to worry about it. I just have to tap in and show up and do the work and bring things to life that want to be brought to life. So yeah, I'm just excited to be doing that. And because believe me, there's a lot of stuff I've been wanting to bring to life. Like I have an entire list sitting right in front of me of like probably 20 things. So there's gonna be a lot of cool opportunities to make videos. So that's just like what I'm super excited for. But yeah, operating out of abundance is definitely something that is new to me, introduced by this course, and I certainly like it a lot more than like operating out of scarcity because it's so not fun. But anyways, what I was gonna get to in the back of the book was she kind of has like a Q&A like section. She says the artist's way, questions and answers. And one of the questions that I certainly had was, why do artists procrastinate and what is procrastination really about? Because I'm prone to procrastination a lot, and it's because like I don't want to give up control and I don't want to turn my music on and I don't want to listen to my inner artist who's asking, hey, can you like turn music on because like it would help me work better. Like I'm like, no, I'm not listening to her because I want to stay in control, because I'm scared of not being in control. But yeah, so that's like why I procrastinate. And that's something that I am learning to step out of too, because like I found out that it's not that hard. It's actually fun, and nothing bad is going to happen when you get your projects done. There's not going to be a mounting pressure to do more. You're not going to, use up all your juice. You're just going to like feel good and keep going and want to keep going because it's fun. So yeah, but anyways, she says, why do artists procrastinate and what is procrastination really about? Artists procrastinate out of fear because they try to wait for the right mood in order to work. The artist's way will teach you how to separate mood from productivity. It will also teach you to value a self-loving enthusiasm over mechanistic discipline. So, yeah, self-loving enthusiasm over mechanical discipline, I think, is a big distinction to make between, wanting to be creative every day and, like, the reason you're doing it. Because actually back in the chapter, she says, now, to be creative is to be productive, but by cooperating with the creative process, not forcing it. So, yeah, that is a cool thing to think about. Yeah. Because, yeah, I mean, when you are creating things, you are literally creating things, but you're doing it out of love, not out of producing a quota. Because I think that's how a lot of artists like fall out of love with their craft, because they just feel like they're not doing it for themselves anymore. They feel like they're like a machine and like they're not doing it out of love. And that's pretty sad. Because I always want to do art out of love and not out of like obligation, you know, because that's no fun and it's just something, it's not from the heart. So, um, I don't know. Everything I do, like I do with the heart, like comes from the heart, and I think that's why it's so hard for me to like be sidetracked into things that like my heart really isn't in. Um, because it's just like not living life in alignment, and um, that's something that like I strive to do because again, I want to like I want to choose my life. I want to take charge, you know, of what I can and have that sense of like confidence and autonomy and not like this like learned helplessness like oh like things just happened to me and I don't know what to do about it and I can't do anything like no girl like you can actually start saying no to things that don't really align and you can seek out things that really do and that is part of living life in abundance instead of scarcity as well. So yeah, I'm just excited to keep this mindset moving forward. And I'm always going to have this book, you know, handy if I need some reminders, because I do think that I will probably skim through it again just because it's been so long since I started. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to miss making this type of chit chat video as well, like every week. So maybe I'll still try to do that. But maybe I'll just take a little break so I can try to like focus on the sewing and like the editing and the filming and this, that, and the other and the experimentation because I definitely want to play around with some stuff. So yeah, if you stayed to the end of the video, thank you so much for listening. It's just like a long ass video, so you're you're a real one. And you know, feel free to like and subscribe if you want to, you know, stick around, you know, if you wish to see me actually do the projects that I'm talking about, because I will, you'll see. And because I'm a different person now. Like I'm new now, you know. Um, so yeah. Um, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, and I hope you have a great one. Bye.